really want all of our phone calls recorded and then have the ability of the government to bring you in and ask you questions about your phone calls? And if you're not perfectly accurate in recording your phone calls, you could go to prison? All we're asking for is that for Americans, the Constitution should be in order.
This gun sure looks deadly, but it's not the least bit deadly unless I point it at someone and pull the trigger.
The Constitution does not protect the right to bear arms for hunting or sport. It's for the security of a free state. That means defending ourselves from crime and government tyranny.
I think there's a very strong reason Founding Fathers had for the Second Amendment, and that is that no government ever hasn't had to fight its own people, and its own people hasn't had to fight its own government. We had our Civil War. If that Second Amendment hadn't been there, those people would not have had the opportunity to do what they considered was defending their life, their way, their style of living. So I agree with that. I think that's an important part of our existence.
But they can't use courts for civil issues also. So how about things like quality control? None. What does that mean? People overdose and die. What are you gonna do, sue the dealer who gave you the bad drugs? It's not gonna happen. So the dealer decides, I'll give you whatever I want to give you. And you overdose and you die. So now we have more people dying. Street justice, illegal guns, overdose. That's the war on drugs. So it's more than just someone being a user.
We have the most effective policies in the world to kill heroin addicts. We could have policies that would keep heroin addicts alive. And you know that for the most part, after about 12 years, people quit using heroin. It's just in this country, because of HIV, hepatitis C, because of the violence and crime involved with having to procure the heroin in the first place, dying of overdose, quality, quantity unknown. People don't live 12 years doing heroin in this country.
Locking up opioids won't make anything better. The drug war does much more harm than any drug.
But every time you think about this toughness on the border and ID cards and real IDs, think that it's a penalty against the American people too. I think this fence business is designed and may well be used against us and keep us in.
When Donald Trump talks about deporting 11 million illegal immigrants, that's just wrong. When he talks about building a fence across the border, that is just wrong. When he talks about killing the families of Muslim terrorists, that is just wrong. When he talks about free market, but he's going to force Apple to make their iPads and their iPhones in the United States, that's just wrong. When he talks about a 35% tariff, that's just wrong. When he says he's going to bring back waterboarding or torture or whatever is taken, that's just wrong. He's just wrong.
The question is not whether gay people should be married or not. The question is, why is the government involved in our marriage?
That's the huge insult to churches. It's the huge insult to gays. It's a huge insult to love. Is the fact that it was pushed upon us. We didn't want that. The idea that the government should be involved in love, when you state it that way, is completely insane.
If you want our votes, if you want to win in America, then you have to deal with the issues of the racist war on drugs. You have to deal with the issue of our $20 trillion national debt. You have to deal with a country that no longer wants to send its sons and daughters overseas to die in other countries' civil wars. And if you don't deal with those issues, and if you don't address libertarian issues,